Hi everyone, hi. How we doing? How we doing this evening, this morning, wherever you are today? Sorry for the glasses look. I ran out of contact lenses. I forgot to order some. So it's the geek department today, the actually's department today. But yes, hello, hi. Back to editing, as always. Thank you. Back to editing, as always. I told myself I would stream more. I am now streaming more. Even if it's just editing, it has to be done because I know a lot of people like want me to stream more. So it's happening. I promise you it's happening. So let me... There she is. Okay. Now, last time I put on some fun little music. I'll be putting it on again. The one I put on last time. Because I liked it. Beautiful. And I need to get my Sanji G. Wherever he is. He doesn't want to pop up today. This is so sad. Wait, I'm sobbing. Hang on. He's shy. He's not coming out today. This is so upsetting. I feel like 5 of them are about to pop out. Okay, hang on. Stuck in the closet, don't say that. But you might be right. Wow, this is so sad. Hang on. If I can't pop him out, then he's not coming out. Maybe it's because I bullied him last time. He did not get squished to death. Don't say that, that's so mean. Oh, killed him. I don't know, he's not coming out. Give me a second. Oh wait, hang on, I might have been using the wrong folder. Oh, there he is! Goody. On my wall? There are so many. I got Luffy, Zoro. Here, do you wanna... hang on. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. Luffy, Law, Nami, Sanji, Robin, Zoro. Sanji, Law. That Law down there is what Blueberry's been beaten up. I don't know if you can tell, but he's like all bitten and scratched. Just him, because Perona's there, and she doesn't touch Perona. It's just Law, which is really upsetting. And then it's a bunch of the Straw Hat posters. Zoro, Sanji, Law, Luffy, Monster Trio, Worst Gen, Yamato and Ace. That's Zoro. Sanji is there. There's also more Luffy and Law and Nami somewhere there. Beppo and Law. Law, Luffy, Ace. And that's about it. There's also Sanji and Zoro, but they're little and you can't see them. Did she hear me? Did she look at me? No, she doesn't give a shit. Alright, to editing. This is gonna be another long stream, guys. I want to get through all of this today. So here we go. Law, Sanji, Law, Sanji, Sanji, Law. My new frames have not come in yet, because I'm a million miles away. Thank you, by the way. If he multiplies, I'm sorry, I have to kill him. Because he slows me down when he multiplies. When he multiplies makes sense. It's stupid. I hate the English language. I have beef with the English language. This is one of my things, and I always tell, like, this is one thing I will always debate. The word blind doesn't make sense. The spelling for blind doesn't make sense. That should be blind. I always used to spell blind with an E on the end because the E elongates the vowel. The noun, or whatever. And it's like, it's stupid because how do you spell breath, right? And then how do you spell breathe? Breath is without an E and breathe is with an E. But blind is not blind, it's blind. That's stupid. I have such beef with that word because of that. Blind should have an E on the end. Otherwise it's blind. It doesn't make any sense. I hate the English language. Yeah, phone's a stupid word. Pehone. English is too many borrowed words. I mean, isn't English a relatively new language? Like in history? Oh, thank you for liking the fits. It's my... this style has been developed over a very long time. I used to not have a style. It's pretty recent, actually. I literally just hit a point where I was like, I can just buy, like, cute clothes. I can wear what I want. I don't have to follow any kind of trend. Or try to. Or, like, not care. Because I used to not care. I used to be like, I can just wear whatever. But it feels good to wear things that make you feel good, that feel like you. That's crazy, right? That's a crazy thing to think. Blind is stupid. Isn't that like a food in some culture, the blind? Because it's the blind cat. Oh, it's not spelt blind. But there's like a bread called like blind or something. Hello, everyone. I don't know, I can't find it. It got localized to the waffle cat sitting at the table, but it wasn't originally a waffle. Also, I have such beef. I have to stop using Google at some point. They've updated their stupid search function, image search function again. Blinds, is that what it is? They've updated it again. Google search image, it just doesn't exist anymore. Now it's just Google, hang on. Yeah, there it is, Blind's cat. Now it's just search with Google Lens, but it doesn't give you the option to search for identical. And I cannot tell you how frustrating that is, because usually when I try and remember a chapter from One Piece, I look it up and I find it in like Google Image. And then from there, I Google image the search, right? I search, hang on, I Google search image the image, and then I can search by identical, and then I find the chapter number by doing that. I can't do that anymore now. Like now it just gives me a bunch of like different like manga pages, and it's like, what the hell have you done? This is not what I want. Like, it's now going to be impossible for me to find any One Piece chapters with this search engine. It's disgusting. I hate it. Is the Google image search engine even, like, still a thing? Google Images? It seems to be. Unusual traffic? What are you talking about? Oh my god, did they get rid of Google search? Google image search? Did they get rid of it? Can anyone else open it? Is it just me? It's saying that I have traffic from my computer. What the hell? What are they talking about? Sanji has breached my PC. Wow, that's ridiculous. Anyways, my point is I can now no longer right-click Google image search. They've taken that function away. For what? Truly for what? It's ruined trying to find images for me. Sorry, now I'm actually like pissed off. I can't believe they've done this. How am I gonna find my chapters now? Yeah, sorry about the link sharing stuff. Whatever. I gotta edit. Who cares? All you need to know is I'm not happy. They're desperate to make the AI work. God. I don't know how anyone can possibly use that now. Binge image search. I might actually have to at this point. It's becomes that ridiculous. Doo-doo-doo. Images.google. Yeah, for some reason it keeps saying I've got weird traffic coming in from the site, and I think it might be because I've got this freak, but I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm streaming. It might be confused. Oh well. I'm not sharing the screen. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's gonna cover everything up to Logtown. My search history. You all know what it is. Zoro's big fat boobies. And I use my VPN. God, that reminds me, this video was gonna be sponsored by Nord again, but I don't think I'll be able to release it this month. I'm really trying, but it's gonna be a lot of work. It actually might be because I got my VPN on, you know. And Google's going, Thank God websites and stuff aren't trying to like lock down on VPNs. Because that would be it. Fucking hell. Thanks for that. Awesome. God, I regret that. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Also, sorry for those who haven't seen like these streams before. This is just audio editing today. You can't hear it on purpose because I don't want you to hear my voice twice. But it's not very visually exciting editing, I'm sorry. Oh my god, welcome home from work. And now I've made a mistake because I didn't get myself lunch before this, but oh well. I'll work until I'm a withered carcass and then I'll eat. I'll eat when I'm hungry. I'm glad you guys love the salad hamburger monster trio. What a time. Brooke editing. What do you know how to use a computer? Actually, I don't know how canon this is, but I really like in one of the One Piece movies when Robin and Sanji go into like the control room. It was like a mecha One Piece movie. It was so strange, but they go into like a control room and Sanji smashed the shit out of it because he had no idea what to do with anything. And I like the thought that Sanji's just completely technology illiterate and he has no idea what anything is. And I want to believe it's a little bit canon because in Egghead, when he was getting his outfit on Egghead Island, he was like really lost and he didn't understand the buttons. No, it wasn't on an L ship. It was in a One Piece movie. Oh, this shirt's doing that thing. Hang on, that's really yucky to the eyes. I don't like when it does that. Where's my buttons? Where are the holes for my buttons? I'm not happy when shirts do that. It makes my eyes hurt. There we go. Okay. He'll fall. I don't wear this sweater much, which is strange. I should wear it more. Same color as your baby blanket. That's an awesome baby blanket. He's crawled like behind me. He's shy. Sorry guys. What type of Disney princess would Sanji be? Cinderella. Even the dude bros were saying that. They were like making fun of him for that, but they cooked. They like, some guy made like, where is it? He made like a Sanji Cinderella thing. Comparison. And like, he cooked for real. Where is it? And it made me laugh because he made it as like a got him to Sanji, but like it made sense. And all the Sanji fans went yippee! The name of the stuffed animal her buddy has? I don't know, I'm not very creative. I'd call him like Fluffy. I can't find Sanji. This is pissing me off. Where is it? I had it saved somewhere. Man, all the search engines have become despicable as of late. There it is! I found it! I found it! Okay, this is important to me. So, like I said, a dude bro made this. And he made this as a way to got him Sanji. But it makes sense. So it's... it's... Crying Cinderella to the godmother, cried to Zeff, magic blue slipper, blue flame, carries plates and stuffs on head, carries plates and all that on head. Being bullied by siblings, talks to rats, wears a dress. This was made as like hate. As hate towards Sanji. But every single Sanji fan I know, me included, went, he's cooking, actually. This makes sense. Evil stepmother judge, literally. Like, this is peak to me. This was made from hate. This was made as a way to, like, make fun of Sanji. But every Sanji fan, at least on my side of, you know, the wall, I suppose, went, yeah, this is awesome. I'm not zooming in on Niji. But yeah, that was great. I'm a huge fan of that. Sometimes Sanji fans will like try and make fun of... Sanji haters will try and make fun of him. But it's like the dude bros that like are scared of like things like femininity, right? So they make fun of Sanji's more like vulnerable, I suppose, feminine sides. Because they think that's a bad thing. And then the Sanji fans that I know, usually the women, go, no, that rocks. And they pointed something out that we go, yeah, that rocks actually. Same can be said for like people who hate Zoro. They'll point out like a side of Zoro that's like, oh, I'm sorry, Sanji. They'll point out like a side of Zoro that they think is like bad. And it's just Zoro having a vulnerability and that makes him good to us. Yeah, Judge talking shit, Luffy saying, why is he saying all these good things? Oh my god, she's really relaxed back there. Popping! She's like a slug to me, Blueberry. Yeah, the blue slipper, blue flame. No one in my Sanji spaces guessed, like, could think about that. That's an amazing, like, thought to have. I remember that. Someone was like, Sanji should be grateful to Judge because Judge gave him powers. That was crazy. I remember that. I remember that. Sometimes I think it's rage bait though. But that's the internet. He still moves like Stewie Griffin to me. Damn you, vile swordsman. Who said that last time? That's stuck in my head. That was funny. Thanks for that. I gotta turn this music down a little bit. It's too epic. Did Oda actually say this is a matter of reading comprehension, or did someone just put like that in a quote box? The jacket does look like the trans flag, doesn't it? While I am not trans myself, I support my friends. I am an ally. And now you know. With my beautiful trans jacket. He did say that in SBS, that's funny. Wait, was it about Caesar and Nami? When someone was like, why is Nami so mean to Caesar? And he was like, did you read the arc? I think Sanji can reproduce through mitosis, personally. I think if he tries hard enough, he can. I do not have my Discord open, Nino, but I appreciate that. Sometimes Sanji looks bad in the anime, sometimes he looks good, but you can say that for any Straw Hat or any character, honestly. The only character that consistently looked fucking baller was King. They were drawing him, like, with a lot of lust, with so much lust. I feel like you could tell. I think there was one King frame that was funny, but they still had like his huge boobs out. No, he didn't take off his mask. It was when he went to like kick Zoro. But the angle was crazy. He had like an ugly face in that frame, but his oobies were huge. They focused on something else. They gave King crazy legs and they gave him like high heels. They did the same thing to Law. Wait, where's the episode? Where Law was caught by Sanji. Let's see, I think it was about the 10:32 mark, maybe? No, it wasn't. Was it 10:33? 10:31 maybe? Ah, it was 10:33. Yep, and then Sanji catches him. I love these two. Oh, I love Law and Sanji. And where is it? And Law has like Miss Ma'am like boots on. I don't care about it. Look at that! Can you see? Get out of the way. Can you see his boots? See those? What are those? I didn't mean the meme. Wow. He's literally got like Miss Thang boots on. He's upset with me. Oh, Laura's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. Something about Oda, he can make very cute like men, and I don't know how he does it. He makes very cute men and very like awesome violent women, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, Sanji's hand on like... Where is Sanji's other hand? I understand this one's on Zoro's ass. Where's the other one? On his thigh? Sanji's so funny. Oh, I wish I could have caught a girl. And he still cares. He's such a liar. And his figure has the, yeah, the thighs. Oh, Lord's so cute. And then we get to the gayest scene! Am I ham to you? Shut up! I can't do this. We're not watching this. I'll get distracted. I can't talk about this on stream. Yeah, I really like the scene, and again, I can't remember if it's in the manga, but I'm pretty sure it is, where Zoro was trying to fight Big Mom's homies, and Law stopped him, and Zoro said, why are you stopping? Like, she'll live, they'll get away. And Law said, like, we can jeopardize the plan to like say, like, because he said I don't want anyone else to die, and he's saying that to Zoro. So like I said this last stream, he learned his lesson from Luffy that like you're allowed to put like who you love above the plan, who you care about. I'm editing the East Blue video. It should be in the title, no? Of the stream. It should say East Blue. At least I hope it does. Editing for East Blue video. Okay, good. Don't worry about it. I get worried because sometimes this stream stuff doesn't update the title. Oh, Sanji, you're right in the way. You are right in the way. Thank you. I love Law. Sorry, my accent. I love Law's lore. Yes, I do. Sanji's loyal, he just has priorities over who he's loyal the most to. As we know, Nami is like very high up there. Luffy very high up there. Robin very high up there. All the Straw Hats, even if he denies it. Law. Yeah, law. Law's law. Something about the Australian language, the Australian accent. The fabric satin, right? Satin, the fabric, satin. And then the planet, Saturn. I say it. We say it the exact same way. The fabric satin and the planet Saturn. It's the same to us. And I know Americans say Satin and Saturn. Not us. Satin and Saturn. It's like how we call everything chips. Oh shit. Okay, my roommate Brittany, she's been wanting fish and chips for like ages, and now it's like on me, and now I'm like, God, now I'm so desperate for fish and chips now. It's so good. Yes, I have faith in Sanji if there's temptation. Because a lot of the time, Sanji's temptation ends in like, it's just his kindness has to get him out of there, you know? But he's got his friends with him. But like, we've seen that in Whole Cake Island, he will put the Straw Hats above anything. And like, he did want to escape Black Maria's area. He just couldn't because they had him trapped. But he was trying to run. Yeah, that's the Shimiji. Hail and hell. The way in America you guys say horror is so funny. You say like horror. You can't say the word horror. It sounds like whore and it makes me laugh every time. Horror, Freddy Fazbear. Shut up. No, did you just bring up Final Fantasy? We're not even an hour into the stream. I wish Foily were here. Guy who's only played Final Fantasy. I'm getting a lot of Final Fantasy vibes from this. I'm exactly the same. My three like defaults currently are One Piece, Devilman, and The Legend of Zelda. I watched One Piece like, is this a Devilman reference? Is this a Legend of Zelda reference? But there's literally a ship in Wano, one of the ally ships with Luffy that has the Triforce on it. So it was somewhere in the anime and I was like, Zelda? Also, someone said there's like a lo-fi One Piece music playlist that's like copyright free. Does anyone know what that is? You don't have to send me the link, just like the name. You can't send me the link. The bot gets really upset when you do that. I forgot to tell Sarah to help with that. If the Straw Hats were Freddy Fazbear animatronics, who would they be? Sanji by default is Chica because he's a duck. Wait, is Chica a chicken? Either way, he looks like Chica, so he's Chica. Oh, my ankle hurts. Why does my ankle hurt? It's been hurting for a while. I haven't been able to go to the gym! And I feel shitty, because going to gym makes your head feel good. My ankle hurts so much. I haven't even been doing anything. I like barely move apart from when I go to the gym. How messed up is that? I run once and my ankle goes, what are you doing? I don't think Oda would humor any actual shipping, but I do think he finds it funny. Like, I do think Oda thinks Zoro and Sanji, because, like, it's the biggest ship. And he has to know that. That he'd be living under a rock to not know that. I think he thinks it's hilarious. I truly think he thinks it's hilarious. Considering the way he answers, like, some of the questions sometimes. But, like, I truly believe that when he draws, like, a panel of Zoro and Sanji, like, having a moment and interacting, he's, like, giggling to himself, thinking this is gonna make them crazy. Like, I don't think he ships it. I just think he thinks it's funny. Toa definitely knows. Oh yeah, they finally figured out that the Yaoi girls are who you want to advertise to. They are your most loyal fan base and following. But also, my thought has always been, like, he's got a wife and daughters. What if, like, one of his daughters is, like, a Zosan shipper? Imagine, like, what would you do if your dad made such a popular property, but you shipped two of the guys in the property? Would you tell him? Would you, like, keep it a secret? What would you do? I don't know what I'd do. Like, there's no reason, like, there's all possibility that one of his daughters could be, like a Zosan shipper. Ask him to make it canon. I would ask, can you just make me an art of just them kissing? Just for me. You don't have to put it anywhere. And I'd keep it close to my heart forever. I'd say, thanks, Dad. For my birthday, that's what I'd want. Because, like, surely you'd figure it out if you were Oda, right? Because, like, no, we're not having two of you. No, I'm getting rid of you. I'm sorry. I can't have two. I'm not mitosising. But, like, you'd figure it out because, like, if your daughter was that much of a shipper, they'd be buying merch, right? And they'd be buying merch in sets. That's what shippers do. They buy things in sets. They'd buy Sanji and then you killed him. They'd buy Sanji and then they'd buy Zoro. I think Oda would figure that out. So it's like, what would you do? His daughters love One Piece. He said his wife's favorite thing is One Piece. One of his daughter's favorite things, like manga, is One Piece. But the other daughter, her favorite manga is not One Piece, not that we know of. It's the like quadruplet anime. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's that manga. That's her favorite one, and that's why he made Sanji a quadruplet, because he was jealous. Yeah, Osamatsu-san. And he admitted in an interview with Detective Conan's mangaka, I think, that manga author, that made him jealous. So he made Sanji a quadruplet. I think that's awesome. He's beefing with Osamatsu-san. He's not beefing with any shonen, he's just beefing with Osamatsu-san. But I'm pretty sure we know that the whole family does indeed like One Piece. I swear he said somewhere that his wife has made a rule to not talk to her about One Piece, and I think that's amazing. Like, she doesn't want to know because she doesn't want to get spoiled for it. I wouldn't want any of the spoilers. I see where she's coming from. I'd want to read and enjoy it like anyone else. What the hell? Why'd I say that like multiple times? Top 5 characters that I like from One Piece. Sanji 1, Law 2. That's about as much as I can rank. But Vivi, Zoro, Luffy, Doflamingo, Smoker, Roger, Rayleigh, like I can't number them off after that. It's impossible. Bonnie is now up there. I love Bonnie, Shirahoshi, Boa, Hiyori. It's hard. Like I can only say 1 and 2, but I can't go from there. I know who my 2 favorites are, but after that, there's just so many great characters. It's really hard. Did I not say Nami? Well, yeah, Nami's part of that. Of course, Nami. I kid Nami. I like Bellamy. He's good fun. I do really like Bellamy. I like that he's like started being like an architect or something. There was like a cover art for it. I love Doffy. I think he's so fun and interesting. He's just so like devious, but in such a good way. Like he's so unapologetically evil, but then he also has like the backstory. It's like, I just think he's a fantastic villain. He's always on my mind. Like, I can't explain why Doffy is so interesting to me. He's both funny and evil and disgusting. Like, there's so much about him. Yeah, I've been saying that Whole Cake Island has started, oh, this next arc's about this Straw Hat. This next arc's about this Straw Hat. Whole Cake Island has started a trend in the same way I say Vivi has started the who's the next Straw Hat trend. Because of Vivi not joining, now we know that anything is on the table. Like, not like joining the ship. Now we know anything's on the table for who can become a Straw Hat, and it's messed people up. Laugh Tale is gonna be Buggy's arc, obviously. It is so funny that Yamato was just VV2 in terms of him not joining but looking like he was gonna join. And people still get angry, and it's like, I wish I was around when Alabasta was first happening, because I bet that was such an insane debate about Vivi joining or not. And it's just happened again with Yamato and him not joining. I feel like Shanks has the biggest death flags between Buggy and Shanks. I don't know, Shanks, like... He runs into a lot of people. But also, Buggy's whole thing is if it's funny, he'll survive. No, don't say that about Shanks. That's so sad. Buggy and Shanks are like the same age, from what I know. Maybe Buggy just actually looks after himself. Get down. He keeps sitting in front of my save button. Oh, can Katakuri come back? I miss him so much. You know how happy I am that like Sanji's story has like connected with Katakuri's in terms of Whole Cake Island being one big thing. And in film Red, when Katakuri and Sanji were the two on like the opposite sides fighting together, I screamed. I screamed. Those are like two of some of my favorite characters. Katakuri's so cute. He's so cute. Oda had the biggest brain moment ever of making Katakuri a character who is forced to portray this toxic masculinity because of where he is and who he has to be or who he thinks he has to be. But all he wants to do is have some tea, have some donuts, have a little fun, lie back. Like, he is so cute. He's so cute. It makes me sad that he has to force this outwards persona. Like, Katakuri is being what Judge would have wanted Sanji to be, which is suppressing all his emotions to be just a ruthless soldier. But we know Katakuri's not that. Like, Katakuri and Sanji are like mirrors of each other. Yeah, and he had to hide his... I wouldn't really say it was a disability, but it was more of an abnormality that he had. He had to hide that because people were being attacked around him for him being a freak and they couldn't target him. And then that made him self-conscious. Like, I love what Oda has like portrayed of like Katakuri's not self-conscious because he hates himself. It's because how he was presented was like making others point at the people around them and go, your brother's a freak. Now like we hate you too. Like that happens, you know what I mean? Like you can have a sibling or like a friend who's like maybe has like, I wouldn't say like a strange outward appearance, but like maybe has like some sort of, I don't know, personality trait or behavior that other people would find weird, and you don't care, you love them, but other people like say, aren't you like weirded out about that? Like they try and make you feel weird about how your friend or loved ones just exists, which is strange, right? Like they want to bully them through you essentially, because they don't want to do it towards them, to their face, so they're a coward and they do it to you. And like that's disgusting to me. So it's like having them hit Brule because they didn't like Katakuri. That's such a real thing that happens. It's just so wrong. And because of that, Katakuri then became self-conscious because of what was happening to his friends, and that's so unfair. But it's like, just, I love that portrayal of Katakuri did love himself originally, but because of like what him trying to be himself put people around him through, even though they told him it wasn't his fault, he thought he had no choice. It's so terrible. But Brule still loved him for him. Oh, that's such a cute dynamic. I love that Brule got like 1 vote for like the best sister competition, and it was from Katakuri. That is so cute. I just like that Brule and Katakuri can both be vulnerable around each other. That's just such an important like dynamic and relationship to have between those two. So like even if Katakuri still wears his scarf, and even if Katakuri still thinks he has to be tough around his family, he doesn't have to around Brule, and that's so sweet. It is realistic for close siblings, yeah. One of my favorite Oda bits, because something about One Piece that I really like is there's so many little things that make it so charming and make it so silly. And one of them was the guy from Long Ring Longland who was stuck on bamboo stilts, and the reason he was stuck on bamboo stilts is because they kept growing and he was too scared to come down. Like he didn't know how to get down. That is so funny. And Luffy just like hit him down or something. He explained he was eating like the cucumbers or whatever it was on the trees. I forgot what they were. They were just a long fruit. He loves giraffes. I like giraffes. I love giraffes. Oh god, I love you, Kaku. Were they apples? I forgot what they were. They were like a fruit that looked like a cucumber, but it wasn't. It was a normal fruit that had grown out because it was a long fruit. A kiwi, that's what it was. Yeah, the wacky races, god. It's so true. It did feel like very Hanna-Barbera, didn't it? Forest, I see you. Hello, my fellow Sanji fan friend. No, my beef is when people go, oh, I miss when One Piece was fun. I miss when it was silly. And then they hate Long Ring Longland. That's the funnest arc. That is the funnest arc. And you're saying, I miss when they were silly, I miss when they were goofy, but I don't like Long Ring Longland. What are you talking about? Too silly. You couldn't stand Foxy? That's what made him fun. I found with Foxy, people either love or hate him. I have a friend that keeps asking, where's Foxy? Like, they want him back. Look, as you guys know, I truly respect from the tier list. I respect Foxy's grind. I truly do. Like, say what you want about the man, but his grind is unparalleled, unmatched. He had a huge fleet just by playing some games. That's crazy. And Porsche, I love Porsche. She's so funny. I for real want another Davy back fight with the current Straw Hats. I want that so bad. No one understands. Like, it's fun. The Davy back fights are fun, but they also have a risk to them. And the risk is concerning, but it's still fun. Like, I love the Davy back fights. There was a filler episode that Toei did where it looked like they were about to have another Foxy fight. It's the ones where Zoro and Sanji ate like the depressive mushroom fruit and they couldn't do anything because they were like depressed from the mushrooms, and they tricked us and I was so upset. I was like, no, I thought this was going to be a whole Davy back fight again, and then it was just a Sanji Zoro rescue mission, which is fine, but I wanted a Davy back fight. No. Do. I really want to see Crocodile discover that Sanji's Mr. Prince. You! It was you all along! You know he doesn't know. Because no one knew Sanji was like a straw hat at that point. Well, what gets me is everyone is gonna go, Zoro's gonna fight a swordsman because he's a swordsman. Wouldn't it make more sense for Sanji to fight the swordsman as a parallel? Like, Sanji's fighting the swordsman and then Zoro's fighting the martial artist or something? Like, I don't know, that makes sense to me. There was a One Piece movie where that happened. It was the Chopper Island movie. Chopper's Animal Kingdom movie or whatever it was called. Where they say that gay shit. Where Zoro's like, there's someone that can kick harder than you, but he's really annoying. It is true, Sanji did fight Bon Clay and then Zoro did fight Daz Bones. Best name ever, by the way. I love that name, Daz Bones. But like, we keep seeing them fight swordsmen and fight fellow, like, kickers. Martial artists. So it's like, why can't they switch it up for Blackbeard? Because Sanji, Oda's by no means predictable. I can't place in the story when Zoro will fight Mihawk. I really can't. Like, at this point, I don't even know if he will. I can see Oda doing something else with that, but I don't know what. The thing with Sanji and the Clear Fruit is people call us crazy for this, but there's all indication that the real reason he wanted the Clear Fruit was to hide away. Because he discovered what the Clear Fruit was when he was a child, before he had like any like, you know, woman urges, I suppose. So there's all indication that the original reason for him wanting the Clear Fruit was to hide away from his family. But the thing is, imagine Sanji saying, yeah, when I was a kid, I was abused, and I wish I had the invisible fruit so I wouldn't be abused anymore. What a fucking downer. Like, of course he's not gonna say that. Imagine saying that in the middle of a fight, and it's like, okay, why am I being told this? Like, just what a downer, man. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, the trauma dumping. I do think people take the Absalom Sanji thing just a bit too seriously, because we saw what an actual dastardly person Absalom was, right? Like, he is what everyone thinks Sanji is, which is what gets me so bad. Like, his whole thing was grabbing women, groping them, licking up them, kidnapping them. That's what people think Sanji is, and it drives me nuts. That is not what he is. So it's like, seeing people take what Sanji and Absalom's fight so seriously in terms of what Sanji was saying, and it's like, he didn't, guys, he's not actually doing that. Like, it's just a stupid, perverted fantasy he has, but he's not actually doing what Absalom's doing. Like, when he did get the power to be invisible, he went into a mixed bath. A mixed bath. I always have to elaborate that. I understand it was uncomfortable. I'm not denying there was an uncomfortableness there. Would I prefer Sanji didn't do that? Yes. But there were tons of men around. Tons of men around. And that's what gets me. He wasn't the only man in that room. So it's like, I understand this is an uncomfortableness, but he was allowed to be in that bathhouse. Like, he wasn't totally detestable or deplorable for that. It was just a bit, okay, Sanji, that was a bit weird of you. Look, all I know is Sanji is by no— oh, don't look. Ah! Sanji is by no means Mineta levels at all. Or the old man from Dragon Ball. Everyone's gonna kill me for not remembering his name. Yeah, the worst Sanji did was sniff Perona. That was weird. But I always say the thing with Fishman Island is he wasn't himself. Like, that was the joke, that he wasn't himself. This was an extreme. Because Sanji even looked at his hands and said, like, what's going on? He was like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. Where did I get this sweater from? I think from Dangerfield is where I got it from. But yeah, so it's like, so many people think Sanji's Fishman persona is now his forever persona, but it's not. The whole point is he was sick. It was stupid, right? I will admit it's stupid gag. It's stupid. But he was sick. That was the gag. It wasn't, this is Sanji now. It was, something is so wrong with him that even he's acknowledged something's wrong with me. No, don't mitosis. God damn it. I've had enough of you. I gotta kill him. Get out of here. But yeah, look, I don't condone all of Sanji's moments, but I do like him. He was rough through Fishman Island, but even then, I don't know. I've said maybe this is because I've seen so many anime with like just disgusting pervert characters that Sanji's so nothing to me. Like, I'm fine with a guy who sees women and just gets her nosebleed. Like, on paper, it's truly not the worst thing in the world. And like, people will be like, oh, the nosebleed gag in Fishman Island. And it's like, the mermaids liked him. He wasn't doing anything that they didn't like. Like, they liked him. I was shocked. Like, no one told me, actually. All the girls that he does flirt with 99% of the time like him back. Yeah, the Punk Hazard moments were strange. But the Punk Hazard moments were so far from reality to me because he was in... like, he was Nami. And I was like, I don't know what to relate this to. But it's like, I'll happily take a guy who just has cringy thoughts and doesn't actually act on them. Oh, thank you. But I'll happily take a guy who just has cringy thoughts and doesn't actually act on them than someone, like a guy that does. And it's just really gross. Like, he's got a perverted mind. Don't 90% of us? Like, I can't always fault him. You don't want to know what's going on in here when I'm looking at Sanji. It's not good. But yeah, he's an interesting fellow. The punk ads and stuff, it was strange, but it was also strange to the point that it's like, this is stupid. Like, I mean, come on, he was like too tired and then he remembers he's a woman with breasts and then he speeds up. Come on! Like, that's not the worst thing in the world. It's a little bit funny. By the power of touching my boob. It was stupid. It was so stupid. Yeah. Like I said, I don't condone everything he does, but at least girls actually like him. I was so happy for him that, like, the Fishman Island girls liked him, that the mermaid, they were in love with him. They thought he was so cute. They were calling him Sanji-chan. And I was like, I'm sorry, this is cute. I think this is cute. As long as they like him, I'm fine with it. That's why the Perona thing was so weird, because he sniffed her and she went, ew! Like, that's why that was bad. Yeah, totally valid for her. I totally understand Perona. Hey, if Zoro respects women so much, why didn't he beat up Sanji? Just asking. He just let that happen. Zoro, you just let that happen. This is a joke. I'm joking. Zoro the funny. I like the Zoro Tashigi moment only because Zoro Tashigi Monet moment only because it's made Zoro such like a nuanced character in my opinion, because so many people, I've said this before, I even said it in my woman video, they're like, but if Zoro made that deal with Kuina and he saw what happened with Kuina, why would he act this way? Why would he say like these things? And he was the same during Skypiea when he called Robin and said she's a woman. And it's like, because that's how life can be sometimes. You can see the opposite of what you believe, but you still get taught. Like, I truly believe that this is Zoro's moment is meant to be a misogyny is a taught thing. It's not natural. Because we got to remember who raised Zoro. We need to remember where he existed. He was in an all-male dojo with a man that consistently told him, constantly told him, women are weaker than men. Constantly, right? It's the same way Sanji didn't think hitting women was a bad thing. He wasn't predispositioned and born like that. Zeff told him, no, that's a bad thing. You don't do that. And like, well, Zeff is a bit misguided in that. It's like, it's not the same as saying to a little boy, women are weaker. It's like, it's inherently not a true thing, right? So it's like, when people get confused about that, it's like, I'm not trying to make this deeper than it is. I truly think it's meant to be a commentary on misogyny is a taught thing. And I don't think that Zoro likes that he thinks this. Like, I think that's the point. I think Zoro himself is like messed up over why do I feel like this? Why do I think this? Because he was taught this. Of course he knows Kuina would be like pissed off at him for this. And that he can't help it because this was goddamn programmed into him. Like, I truly think every time Zoro, like, have you guys noticed every time Zoro talks to Tashigi, it's always backfiring on Zoro, and Tashigi will say something to Zoro like, you're a piece of shit. Like, she does that to him. Every time Zoro and Tashigi interact, it's Tashigi saying to Zoro, wow, I hate you for these reasons, without fail. So it's like, I truly think Tashigi is going to be like a moving point for how Zoro is going to be a warrior, essentially, or be a swordsman. Because as the strongest swordsman in the world, right, you cannot afford to look down on women. You can't. You physically cannot do that. Otherwise, you are not the strongest swordsman in the world. It's not about not having mercy. It's about thinking someone's weaker than you simply because of how you think you see them. And then suddenly that can backfire and they can get your ass. You know what I mean? Like, Tashigi's right when she's basically telling him the fact that you don't see women as warriors is like that's offensive, but it's also like, how are you going to be the strongest swordsman in the world if you don't take a fighter seriously just because she's a woman? I feel like that's kind of a point here. And like, do you think Mihawk sees a woman and goes, oh, well, she's weak? Do you think Mihawk does that? No way Mihawk does that. Well, thank you for the sub. So it's like, it frustrates me so badly because I know people are like, this is out of character for Zoro, but I just don't think it is. I think this is Zoro's evolution of strength. Realizing being strong means you can't hold any kind of like bigotry, because otherwise like you can't be a warrior, essentially. I don't know how to explain this. Get out of here. You're not my Tosasing. It's surprising, but it's like, again, it wasn't surprising to me because he was literally raised in the sexist dojo. Like, I do think he's like, I do think he's not happy with how he thinks. I think this is something he's not happy about himself for, and he has to deprogram himself from thinking like this. Oh shit, thanks for that. But like, one of my major points is when he was fighting on the rooftop, he didn't aim for Big Mom once. He aimed for her homies, but he never went to attack Big Mom. He clearly has some sort of problem when it comes to trying to fight women. And again, I'm not saying this is ew, Zoro. I'm saying I think this is something he's going to grow from, which I'm excited for. I think he's become such more of a nuanced character because of this. And I want to see him like beat misogyny. I truly do. Also, hello. Yeah, I don't know if you can read into the matchups on the roof that way, but all I know is Luffy, Kid, and Law, all three of them went to just beat the shit out of Big Mom, but Zoro never aimed for her, and that's what I'm looking at. No, Zoro doesn't hate women. The way it is because of the Monet thing. What we've seen is Sanji doesn't think women are weaker than him. He has put them on a pedestal where he wants to serve them, but he doesn't think they're weaker than him. That is such a misconception. Zoro, because of the Monet fight, we have now literally been told he thinks women are weaker. And again, I'm not saying ill boo Zoro, because when I say this, people get really defensive, and it's like, I'm not saying Zoro is like disgusting for this. I'm saying he's been taught this and it's messed him up, and he clearly has to break out of it. He has to see women as warriors if he wants to be the strongest swordsman. It just has to be the case. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I do want to see him fight Tashigi. But I like, this is what I mean, I like Zoro so much, and it's talking about him, it's added so much, like, so much more interesting development of Zoro to me. And because a lot of Zoro's development is about him growing and understanding what strength is, and I do think this is part of it. Yeah, go ahead, you can mention another creator's videos. How dare you! I should be your only creator. I can't believe this. I don't know. Everyone interprets it differently, right? Like, if you want to see the Monet Zoro Toshiki moment as Zoro out of character and Oda wilding, go ahead. It's totally up to you. I just personally saw it as I think something is going to come from this. You can't share links though, I'm sorry, but you can mention the creator by name. Shut up, thank you. I don't know, it's just a lot of the time, because I think what happens is because I am a Sanji fan, when I mention Zoro and I mention a flaw he has, a lot of people immediately think I just am jumping on to hate him, when it's not the case at all, like at all. It's me wanting to talk about like the written layers of a character that I like, because I really like Zoro. So it's tough out here. All I know is it's just, to be the strongest swordsman in the world, you truly cannot afford to see anyone as weak just because of how they were born. You just can't. You can't be the strongest swordsman with that kind of mindset. And again, I don't think Mihawk thinks like that. I think Mihawk is equality king. Like, Mihawk would not have stumbled against Monet. Yeah, E for everyone. Well, Zoro does have old-fashioned ideals, because we know it's from Wano. We know now that his island was a colony from Wano. We know that he does have like some sort of Wano ideals into him and his island. And we know that Koshiro was from Wano, that these are all Wano ideals. Because originally it was, why in the world of One Piece is Zoro's dojo specifically sexist towards women, when no one else seems to think like that in this world? And it's because of they were from Wano. And it makes sense. It makes total sense. And Zoro also dresses like an old farmer, an old Japanese farmer, apparently, when we first see him. So Zoro has a bit of a theme going on where he somewhat embodies an older generational ideal, but he has to like evolve from that. I don't know how to explain this, but I'm sure in Japan they've noticed this a lot more because there's a lot more cultural context there. Look, my only L, I think, when it comes to the Zoro Sanji stuff, and I said it in the woman video, is he's portraying Zoro's inability to fight women as not noble, but Oda portrays Sanji's inability to fight women, to not fight women, as noble. And he's done that for two different reasons. For Zoro, it's because, again, it's because he's written that Zoro does see women as weaker. He doesn't want to fight them for that reason. For Sanji, it's because Zeff told him, you don't fight women. Sanji doesn't actually want to, Sanji doesn't actually see women as weaker. It's just because he doesn't want to disappoint Zeff. So him holding on to his ideals and being like a gentleman by not fighting women, Oda has deemed Sanji not doing that as noble, and I think that's a bit strange. I think that's a little bit strange because you will still be encountering a lot of women in the One Piece world that will be angry at Sanji for that. So it's like, that's the one thing with Oda where I'm like, a little bit like, I see where he's coming from. Oh, hi Sanji. I see where he's coming from, and I understand why Sanji doesn't hit women, and I'm not saying Sanji needs to hit women. I don't want him to because of why he doesn't, but it's just a bit strange to be like, this is the noble reason and this is the not noble reason. Yeah, Zeff is a bit sexist. It's a bit odd. There is indication that there's stuff to do with Sanji and his mom and his sister, and that's why he puts women on the pedestal he does. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I truly, like, these characters are very nuanced. They really are. You can argue day and night, round and round, about why they all do what they do, and that's why I like One Piece so much. They all have their different reasons for why they exist and why they say what they say and why they do what they do. Can you imagine if Zeff did mean don't fight innocent women, but Sanji took that as all women, and Zeff seeing Sanji tied up by Black Maria and going, oh god, I messed up. I'm glad he's listened, I guess, but I've messed up. That's so funny. That's what kills me. That's why when it comes to Sanji and like when people argue about why he doesn't fight women, it literally has nothing to do with Sanji's like own morals a lot of the time. It's purely because Sanji is terrified of not being wanted, not being loved due to who his backstory is, due to who his blood father is, and he is terrified of Zeff's rejection. Terrified. And that's the reason why he doesn't hit women. We know this. And it's like, I don't know how that gets so misconstrued. I really don't. Had Sanji not met Zeff, he'd be beating women up left and right without a care. What Zeff would do if Big Mama isn't permanent? What Sanji did. Bake a cake that's so bussin' she passes out. Zeff said, that's my boy! Everyone loves this cardigan. Thank you. You're also nice to me. Guys, stop. Look, I will argue to the ends of the earth that post-time skip Sanji is truly not that different. Toei just really amped up the gag because where the gag exists the most is Fishman Island. And yes, that still was meant to be a he's not himself gag. But after that, there's truly, it doesn't happen that much. Toei just added so much. But if you read the manga, it's like... his gag comes out once every like 50 chapters, not even. So it's like, I think a lot of people, when it happens, they hyper fixate in it. They hyper focus on it. And then that's all they see. And it's like, what about the 50 other chapters where he wasn't doing that? I don't know. That's what I've noticed anyways, because speaking as someone who has read the manga and the anime, when I first read the anime, I was like, this is it? Is this the worst of it? When I was at Fishman Island, I was expecting him to be an absolute menace. I was expecting him to be just terrible during Fishman Island, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, or at all. Because again, it was just see girl, heart eye, no bleed, die. And I was like, okay. But again, I think it's just because I've seen so many perverted anime characters that are just so much worse. I think I've become numb. The Stussy simping was cute. It was really cute. I thought that was adorable. Some of us like Sanji because he's like that with women. But as I say, whenever I say all this, I'm not saying you can't be uncomfortable with it. Of course you can. It's just, to me personally, I didn't feel the same way. Look, we're talking about him like this. It's making him sad. Yeah, in the manga, it's usually like a background gag. You barely see him. I think the biggest thing with Sanji is, as always, as I say, look at a character like Mineta. How many fans who are women does Mineta have, right? From Hero Academia. Now look at a character like Sanji. How many fans who are women does Sanji have? Obviously there is something different and something being done right if Sanji just has an insane amount of fans who are women. An insane amount. Like, Sanji is one of the characters that has the most female fans out of any character in One Piece. There's a reason for it. And it's because a lot of the time his good qualities way overshadow the bad ones that he has, to us anyways. Toffee also does have a lot of fans who are women, but that's because he's funny. I mean, it was so funny when Zeff was like, nah, we're not having any women on the ship, and they all went boo. And when I was watching that with Anna, we both went, Zeff is gay. He said, I don't want any women on my ship. I wonder why. Zeff, you want to be surrounded by men at all times, you weirdo? He's got to be gay. Do you understand the collateral damage I took when they made Garp and Zeff old man yaoi? And I am like not about that. Like, I took so much damage. I was like, no, why of all the old men did it have to be Garp? Why? Why couldn't it be Smoker or something? Of all of them. Smoker's a little, he's not old, but you know what I mean. Why couldn't it be some other old man? Why Garp? All I know is Zeff would have seen Garp do nothing to save Ace and would have hated him. Because Zeff risked it all to save Sanji, a little boy he didn't even know, and now he loves Sanji dearly. Like, I'm sorry, Zeff would have despised Garp for that. Hold me down, Patty. Oh yeah, we gotta learn more about Garp, but I'm telling you, what we learn is going to be that Garp fought with Dragon and Dragon is going to decimate him, not physically, verbally. I feel it coming. Your son just doesn't randomly become a revolutionary member unless he despises what you stand for. The founder as well, not just a member, the founder of the Revolutionary Army. Well, Zoro's already learnt that he can't handle everything on his own. He learnt that during Long Ring Longlands! Because he's the one that reached out to Sanji. They know. Zoro knows that he can rely on his crewmates and on the Straw Hats and on Sanji. But that's why it feels like you'll contrast Mihawk, because Mihawk is a lonely swordsman. He is on a lonely throne. That's why my question with Mihawk is, what did he give up? What did he sacrifice? Did anyone betray him the way they did? Why doesn't he trust anyone? Like, does Zoro have to go down that same path to become the swordsman? Pikachu's Thunderbolt. Anyways. Sorry for scaring you. Yeah, Dragon was a former Marine. Totally confirmed. 100% he was on God Valley. God, I hope Mihawk had a boy best friend that betrayed him. I hope that's his past. What if it was Shanks? Oh, the thing with Usopp being whitewashed, it's been driving me nuts because people go, oh, well, actually the color correcting because the manga. And it's like, okay, but I don't think Oda's good with that either. All his, like, I don't think people understand when we're talking about this. It's not us trying to like assault a creator. It's just disappointment. It's just you're creating a fantasy series where so many different people exist, and yet every single one of your characters has like the same tone. It's literally just sad, in my opinion. Like, they even said during the Witch Studio thing that Oda gave them the go-ahead to experiment as they wanted, and they still made Usopp so pasty. Like, I don't understand. Like, actually, it's accurate to the manga, and it's like, but, like, okay? Why can't people want more variety in their characters, in the color of their characters? Why is that something that you guys are so frustrated in? Not you guys, but you know what I mean? Like, I'll never understand it. Like, if you're getting upset at people saying, wow, I wish this character was darker, and you're getting upset at people saying that, can you like think about why that upsets you so much? It's strange, I think, to be upset about people wanting that. I think it's not strange for people to want that at all, but it's so strange to be mad at the fact that people would like that. Why is that something to be upset about? Why can't you just understand, or people just understand, yeah, I can see why that does suck. Like, you know? Because the thing that gets me is, even in Japan, fun fact, they are not all pale in Japan. That's just not true. Like, there's not one individual skin color in Japan. There's many different shades of person in Japan everywhere. So it's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And not you guys, yeah, I shouldn't say you guys, but I don't know what people are talking about where they say, oh, it's Japan, so this. And it's like, no, that isn't an excuse. That's not an excuse. It's like, I'm not trying to attack anyone by saying this. That's my point, is why are you getting upset at the people that would like this instead of like understanding why they'd like this? I don't understand being upset about it. It's strange to me. It's really odd to me. And it's like, I understand why they made Usopp look like that to match Oda's own coloring, but why can't like a new studio make a more diverse palette? That's the only thing we're asking about. It's not an attack on anyone. It's just a question of, but why? It's all it is. It's also just, it would be nice, wouldn't it? It would simply be nice. And I think that's what it comes down to just have more variety. But I've said before, this is not just a One Piece problem. This is not just a Toei problem. This is not just a Wit problem. This is an anime problem overall these days. It's really bad. Everything's pastel, and because everything's pastel and now extra bright, now nothing can be dark anymore. And it's like, ugh. We can't have white people anymore because of work. I don't know. I'm truly trying to like not upset people when I say that, only because I really want people who like don't understand why there are disappointed fans for Usopp's very pale skin. I just want people to understand why there's disappointment there, instead of immediately getting on the defense. I think it's just important for everyone to understand each other. I was gonna say, actually, everyone keeps going, oh, but Oda. Apparently, allegedly, Oda Oda approved of the live action cast, apparently. I still don't know how true that is. And Usopp was casted as a black man. No one, like... And suddenly everyone was going, oh, it's work, it's work, it's work. And apparently Oda approved that. So at that point, when Oda has approved something, suddenly we're ignoring that. But when Studio Wit is, oh, we're going right with Oda's vision, now suddenly it's, well, it's Oda. Well, it's Oda. Can you guys hear yourselves? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's like, you pick and choose when you want. And it's just like, obviously Oda doesn't mind nor cares if Usopp is of a different race or skin tone. He clearly is fine with that. So what's the problem? Just what's the problem? I don't think it's active censorship. I think it's just it's just I just think it's a current animation and anime problem right now. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm trying to word this as sensibly and sensitively as I can, but of course I'm a white person, so it's like it's not something that I can fully speak on, but I will always say, just please listen to any person of color for these kinds of stuff. That's just the most important part. Like, okay, my feelings, whatever, but just listen to other people. It's truly not up to me. I understand that it was marketed towards a Western audience while the anime is a Japanese audience, but that still doesn't like go against my point of, so why? What's the problem then? Like, are they so scared of seeing dark skin in Japan? Do you know what I mean? Can you hear how that sounds? Like, it's still not right. It's still strange. It just comes down to like, it's just disappointing. It is. Unfortunately, we saw it coming too. At least I saw it coming, and that's the sad part. Look, thank God Toei didn't touch King. Thank God. King is one of the most beautiful characters we've ever gotten, and they kept his melanin, and that's what's important. Thank God they kept King so sexy. Something that people will say is like, well, they don't care in Japan. They don't care in Japan. You'll find a lot of people do. Which is the strangest thing that I hear. Like, when you put like gay people or LGBTs or queer people in Japanese media, and you get Western audiences who are bigoted going, well, in Japan they don't care. Yes, they do. Gay people and queer people exist in Japan. What a weird thing to say. What a strange thing to think. In the exact same way, there are people of darker skin who exist in Japan, who are Japanese as well. They exist. Just, it's such a strange thing to say that people don't care over there. As if they're like one glob of a hive mind. Like they don't have free thinking. It's such a strange thing to think. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know, it point blank, it was just okay, I guess. Oh, scared. Right, yeah. Yeah, we had Wiper, Calgata, King. Oh, King's so beautiful. King is so beautiful. I'm so happy King exists. Banana Fish was insanely popular, yes. Also, Final Fantasy VII, one of the main characters of Final Fantasy VII. It's a huge industry problem, it is. Whenever people just target Toei, I'm like, it's not just Toei. You can't just have one boogeyman here. It's a whole industry problem. We so live in a society. Luffy, get them! Toei's quite a scary boogeyman. Yeah, a little bit. I love Beret. I love him. When I played the remake, he was one of my favorite characters. King is so gorgeous. No, he really is. He's so goddamn gorgeous. I really can't believe it. Like, thank you, Oda, for making King, at least. Actually, you want to talk about a problem and you want to talk about people going, but Oda. Why did no one get up in arms then when S Snake was made lighter in the anime? She's not lighter. When Oda colors her in the manga, she's the exact same skin tone as the other seraphims. And no one was up in arms about that for some reason. So do you see where the problem is? Where it's like, people always use, oh, but it's Oda. Stop mitosising. Stop it. I can't have more than one of you on the screen. But you see where the problem is, where it's like so pick and choose, where it's like, oh, but Oda, but we'll ignore this one. Like, that was weird of Toei. It was very weird of Toei. And I think they did the same thing with the girl from the Revolutionary Army as well. Because Oda doesn't color her like that. But, ugh. Whatever. S-Snake is so cute. I love S-Snake. I love all the seraphims. They're evil, but they're so cute. Oh yeah, people have complained about that. God damn it, is my chat lagging again? How do I fix this? Hang on. Chat lagging Twitch. How to fix. Low latency mode. What is that? Hang on. I'm getting... Okay, hang on. Because I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but when I'm streaming and you see the little chat box on the left there, and I think it's a bit late. They're making me sign in, these bastards. Not sign up, I want to sign in! Blue Nummy versus Orange Nummy. Wait, was she meant to be blue? Okay. Settings on the bottom left corner. The advanced tab. They're lying to me. I'm being lied to right now. There is no advanced tab. God damn it, I hate technology. Wait, hang on a minute. I might be in the wrong thing. I am too. God damn it, never mind. Okay. Go to the settings on the bottom left corner. Done that. Open the advanced tab. Sorry, you're watching me troubleshoot. Stream delay. I had a stream delay on this whole time? This bastard.